Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for hanging with me on this Tuesday. And if you've taken some time out of your busy schedules to support the channel, I really do appreciate that. All right, so this is the time of year where the spinnerbait shallow is going to start playing. You know, if you look anywhere where there are fish, there's typically schools of threadfin shad swimming around. And I think it's very important to note that as you move into the fall, starting now, you've got to be around bait fish. This isn't really a time of year where bass are going to be hanging in places where there's not something to eat. And it just seems like threadfin, if it isn't bluegill, very important. So I'm always looking for bait September, October, November, and up until pretty much we get into the winter months. So it's very important wherever you're fishing, there's got to be something. There should be fish jumping around. There needs to be life, because that's what the fish are really keying in on. There's other times of year where it's more so about just get to the main river channel. There may be a time in the year where get to a certain bank, you can pattern fish different ways. This time of year, it's all about patterning fish around bait. And the best way to imitate small threadfin shad is with a spinnerbait. Now, they come in all different shapes and sizes, and it seems like while the water is still fairly hot, you need a perfect day to catch them on a spinnerbait, and that's pretty consistent with the spinnerbait year-round. You really want wind and most days clouds as well, but that's very important though. So this is the time of year where I'm catching some fish on a swim jig, I'm catching some fish flipping and frogging, but I'm also starting to cover some water with the spinnerbait, because what you will see on your lake is when you do catch a fish, that's typically all that is on that spot. You got to fish another 100 yards, then you get another bite, and they're not really grouped up. So in between your spots where you know you can get a bite or places that you really like to fish, cover some water in between. And if you have a windy day, a spinnerbait is one of the best baits. Again, you got to be looking for bait fish. You should be seeing those schools where it looks like there's a couple hundred of them together. They'll be weaving in around the cover. That is a great sign this time of year that you are around the bass. So look for the bait. Start throwing a spinnerbait on your windy days. Try that. Good luck to you, and I'll see you on the water.